What's going on, everyone? It's Ben from YGO from Zero, back with another Retro Yu-Gi-Oh video. And in this video, we're going to be continuing our exploration of GOAT, and I also have some announcements around that because I'm going to be treating GOAT a little bit differently than I have the other formats that I've covered in the past. Now, GOAT has a lot of coverage from other YouTubers as well and sees a lot of play, so I'm not really going to be focusing on it for too much more. In fact, at the end of this week, I'm going to be moving to Cyber format. So this is really my last main video with just me sort of going through GOAT format and exploring something in it. Now, that being said, I am planning on making GOAT content in the future. So this means collaborations with other GOAT YouTubers, showing off other decks that I haven't featured on the channel yet. So don't worry, there will be more GOAT content coming. It's just that I'm moving on to the next format that I'm going to be covering, Cyber format, and I'm going to be focusing the channel more on that. So there won't be quite as regular GOAT content coming, but it will be coming in the future. So if you're here for some GOAT stuff, then don't worry, there will still be videos for that. But if you're more here for exploring other formats that haven't really seen much exploration, we're going to be diving into that real soon after this video. So before I sort of leave my typical coverage of GOAT behind, I wanted to try out one of my favorite decks in these formats, right? Like starting around Amsterdam format, if you even call that a real format, Reason Gate Turbo became a thing that you could play, and I really love the deck. I think it's really, really fun. And playing in Warrior format just cemented my love for it, so I wanted to try it out in GOAT format before I move into the next one. So I'm just here alone by myself for this video. But don't worry, for future GOAT videos, I'll have other people again. And let's hope that I can play this deck well, because it definitely is tricky to play. And, you know, I haven't really played too much GOAT, so I probably will be losing more than I'm winning, but I figure we can just take this deck out into the ladder and see how I do. Now, this list was built by Zogler, and they piloted it to a top 3 finish, or I guess top 4 finish technically, but, you know, they tied for 3rd in the FLC 32 tournament. So I think this list is really cool. I sort of based the list that I brought to the Warrior format tournament off of this list because I think that it does a lot of really good things. I really like a lot of different sort of parts of the deck philosophy that are on display here. And I think it's just an awesome deck, so hopefully I can do it a bit of justice here. I'm not going to go through the full card by card, but basically the idea is you're using Reasoning and Monster Gate to just bring out these big guys. You're getting Chaos Monsters into play. You got Monster Reincarnation to bring them back after they've been milled off Reasoning or Monster Gate, and you're using Dimension Fusion to bring back a ton of guys as well. This list is very sick. I'm excited to dive into it. So let's dive into some games and see how we do. Aha, we've got another partner here. Let's go. Okay, good luck. Have fun. Our first partner disconnected right away, so hopefully we don't have that happen with this person, but looks like we will be going first against Pont the Master. So let's dive into the game here, and let's see how we do. I mean, this isn't the best hand. I think we want to hold off on the Reasoning, so I'm just gonna set one and pass. Because next turn we can go Reasoning, pre-map back if they call correctly. We can do Monster Gate. There's a couple different things we can do. So I'm just gonna set one pass. Maybe this will bait out like a breaker or something, and give us a better idea of what we're working with here. So yeah. Okay, good. Yep, so let's see what they do here. There are some ways that we get punished for this, but I do think it's fine just going for this, prevent them from getting a board to sort of break here. We'll take the 14. And then they're going to set one. I mean, I'm just going to go for Jar at the end of the turn here. Draw a card. And, yeah, let's dive into this one. We've got Snatch plus Monster Gate is pretty good. I mean, I'm going to start with a Reasoning here. Just see what I hit. 4, okay. Going for the most likely option there. Mill into Chaos Monsters. Okay, that did indeed go through there. I think what I want to do, actually, I'm going to go for pre-mat first. If they've got MST or a way to stop this. Then, yep, they do have a way to stop this, but that's kind of what I wanted to happen, because I've got Snatch Steal as well. I can snatch that Shining Angel, tribute that off with Gate, and let's see what we get here. So it's all according to plan. Demock is really good. Demock, spell summon out, and then I gotta think about exactly what to get. I think I want pre-mat, so I'm gonna go for pre-mat. Yeah, pre-mat seems the best here, because then I can do pre-mat, pay 8, feeling great, bring back that Crane, draw a card here, and Upstart isn't bad. I'll go for an Upstart as well. Re-ink, I mean, I think that's the end of the game, right? Yeah, I think that's the end of the game. No, it's not quite the end of the game because, yeah, it's not quite the end of the game. What I can do is, now, I was thinking about banishing my own Demock, but that doesn't really make sense, so, yeah. Is it worth it for the extra 23? I don't think so. I'm just going to attack in. I'm just going to attack in for that amount there. And main 2, I don't know. I don't need the scapegoat, so I'm just going to set it in a worst case scenario. I think this should be enough to be fine. I think we should be in a winning position from this point. We got the Vortex. We've got the Re-ink for the Chaos Monster. Yeah, that's fine. So this goes to Grave as well. I don't think we're dying here, though. But if they had heavy, like, we were losing the goat anyways. We weren't using the goat on our next turn, so it's fine. Okay, that's perfect. That is honestly very good. So I think we do Sork here first, and then we could potentially do some other things. No. It's just so tough because we want to get the ban. Yeah, I think we do Re-ink. Let's go Re-ink, pitch this target BLS. Okay, that will go through. So we get back the BLS. Now we can banish their set. So I'm going to do banish, and let's bring this out in defense mode and banish that. Okay, we banished a DD Warriorly. Now the question is, do we go? No, we don't go for the dim fuse here. We just attack in. Yeah, I should have done dim fuse before going for the banish, I think. I think we're still in a good spot. And it's sort of like you live and learn, right? Do I set the dim fuse just to bait out more spell and trap removal? No, I think I want to save it because if the Demock gets cleared, I want to then bring it out off the dim fuse. So, duo, okay. That's unfortunate. We lose the dim fuse there. That is very rough. And the fact that they're doing that means they probably have something here. Okay, so that actually gets banished. Banish. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is kind of rough, but Call is going to be really good here. Call's going to go crazy here. Yeah, Pot's fine. Graceful's fine. Oh my goodness. Ugh, this is rough for me. Gonna pitch Knock, and yeah, you don't need Knock. They're pitching Tomato as well. That's fine. Upstart. Okay, I'll take that extra 1,000. I think we're in a really good spot here still. The one downside, yeah, that's fine. Yep, that is perfectly fine. We'll take the 23. And this tells me that they probably don't have like an MST, so yeah. Okay. I have a couple options here. I think the best one though is just to go for Call now. Call on BLS. I assume, yeah, that does go through. Now the awkward thing here is that we don't quite have lethal. And there are many things that could punish us here. So what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm gonna prio banish that one because I have ways to go into gate. And yeah, so I'm gonna do gate here. Tribute this. See if that's fine. Okay, cool. So now we're milling. We can hit a Jinzo. Crane is going to be a little bit awkward here. I'm going to put in an attack because I still think that's fine. Now I draw off this. So, and Jar isn't bad. Jar isn't bad. So I'm going to set that pass. Again, Dim Fuse is going to be really good here if we draw it. We got a lot of good draws, so I definitely could have gone for just hitting over the Chaos Orc or banishing the Chaos Orc, but I do think that it's just better in general to banish the set. But that definitely could just be inexperience playing the deck, right? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Attacking in there. Oh, return. Yeah, that's gonna kill us here. Yeah, quite unfortunate. but I think we were dead there either way. Because if we had attacked over... No, we had attacked over the Chaos Orc, maybe not, but if we had banished the Chaos Orc, it wouldn't have mattered there, so. But now we know they're on return, and they're on Shining Angels and things like that. Siding's always the toughest part in these sorts of matchups. I'm not the most afraid of return. Dimfuse is kind of weird against a return deck, but like we could potentially go for a lethal line there. I think if I played that differently, we definitely could have had lethal. But like, what are we afraid of here? I guess Mirror Force could be good because they're doing a big play. What do we bring Mirror Force in for? The goats are like necessary, I think, in this deck. Is Trinade a little bit worse because they have return? Maybe. I think Heavy's a bit worse. So I'm gonna swap in a Mirror Force for Heavy. Maybe I should have brought in a T-Roar instead. I also could have just misdecided there. Maybe I should have brought in more, but I feel like we're honestly in a good spot here. So pot, draw 2, and oh, that is a... Well, this is a hand that the deck can definitely produce. We're gonna set a jar pass. I mean, I think this isn't the worst. We have a ton of Dimfuse plays for if we can go for that. But yeah, they're gonna go for TD here. That's fine. And that jar can draw us into things. Okay, we'll take 1,000. We will take that. Sure. What are they going to hit here? They're going to hit a Dimfuse. That's fine. We're going to pitch a Sork just to get a Dark Engrave, I think. Seems the best to me. Yep, they've got pot as well. Are we going to get full Trinity here or just partially a Trinity? That's the question. Okay, they're going to go for Breaker. They're going to attack in for 19. We'll take that. And then are they going to use the Breaker Pop? They are indeed. I've got Jar for that, so let's draw. Call is not really the best there because we can't bring back the Sork that we've got engraved there. So, unfortunate. But we're not in a terrible spot here. Snatch is not good, honestly. I could just pass, like hard pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna hard pass here. I mean, I could set call for like later plays, I guess, but like, I don't know. We're dropping awfully low, which is unfortunate. But yeah, not really much we can do here. I mean, Goat is gonna be good. This might be sacrilegious, but I'm actually gonna set call and Goat. We don't have any live targets for call. This is just to prevent them from like blind sniping the Goat. Yeah, so they're gonna go for break here, and they're gonna target the call. That's perfectly fine. Because we're not really the most concerned about the call. What we're concerned about is the Goat going through. So, yeah, this is a really bad spot to be in for sure. They're going to attack in for 3k. Do I care about this? I think I do. Because I want the Dimfuse to be online. So, let's go all these Goat tokens. Are they going to crash into any of them? Is the question. Okay, no attack, yeah. So they might have like token Thanksgiving or something like that. And we have to worry about... Oh, there's setting and passing. Okay, that's fine. And Graceful is a very good draw there. So we're going to try and go for Graceful here. And that's going to be fine by them. 1, 2, 3. Those are very good draws as well. So I'm going to pitch 1 Dimfuse. And I think I'm also going to pitch a Mirror Force. Yeah, I'm going to pitch a Mirror Force. Let's, I mean, I could go for the Snatch on the Tomato, then gate that. But then that sort of clogs up my zones a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for gate on a token. BLS is good to get back with Monster Reincarnation later. We've got this Jinzo here. That will be very nice for us. Okay, I got to think a bit about what I want to do here. Because if we go BLS. Yeah, clawing up our zones is quite unfortunate here, but I think I want to upstart to see what I get. Because I can't kill this turn. BrainCon is, again, kind of unfortunate. Doesn't really do much here. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to get aggressive here. I'm going to... No, I can't actually get the BLS online. I could get the Sork online, though. So that might be what I do. Yeah, I'm just going to attack into the Breaker, see what happens here. If they've got Book, then we know about that. Okay, it looks like they don't have Book. Main 2. I think I am going to just banish Lane of Dark, go for Sork. That seems good to me. So yeah, banish, banish, go for Sork. Just clear that out of the way. If they clear any of our stuff, we've got BrainCon, we've got Snatch Steal, so we've got ways to do things with that. So yeah, I'm pretty good in this scenario, I think. We've also got Reink to bring back the Jinzo. Yeah, they're going to go for a Chaos Monster here. That's fine. Yep, that is fine. And they're just going to attack over the Sork. That's perfectly fine. Now they're probably going to attack over the Jinzo. Yep, they're attacking over the Jinzo. We will take that. And they're just going to set another pass back to us. Trunade is going to be really good here. We can Trunade back everything. I think we do want to Trunade back everything because we want to go for a big play here. So let's go for Trunade. See if they respond. It looks like that will indeed go through there. And now I think we want to go for BrainCon instead of Snatch. So I'm going to go for BrainCon on their BLS there. I'm again going to go for the Banish effect to banish their set. Then let's get rid of this Dim Fuse because they've got so many cards there. We're going to add back this Jinzo here. And now we're going to go for attacking in for 3k. And, oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Oh well, I messed up, but it's fine. It is fine. Oh, okay, so they would have been down 2,400. That's just my own inexperience with the deck. I got 2 in my head there, but they'd be at 4,800 here, so keep track of that if you're playing at home, but it looks like we're just going to be fine here either way, and we get Vortex as well, so yeah, they would have been at 2,400 after this, so keep that in mind. But yeah, the misplay did occur, and yeah, it's quite unfortunate. We could have potentially won this one. Angel, so they're going to go for the Jinzo play, or for the Warrior Lady play. They take 1,000 here. They would have taken another 900. They would have been in, yeah, sure. Yep, that's fine. And now they've got a return, probably. But that could be fine. Can they kill us through return? I don't think they can kill us through return right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for this Fusilier. Oh, okay. Now they can kill us through return. Maybe I shouldn't have done that then. Set that, pass. I mean, if they've got return. Okay, they've got Dust Tornado. That is fine. That is fine. I was much more scared if they had return, because return would have killed us. Okay, that's fine. 300. But yeah, again, we could have been in a winning spot here. I mean, Crane's going to be not bad. We're going to summon out Crane, try and attack in. Deal 13 to them. They're thinking, though, so they might have something here. Mirror Force, that's fine. As long as they don't have return. That's all I care about, really. We're going to switch that. Spirit Reaper to defense, summon out a Sure Priest, and now we're on a bit of a clock here, so... yeah, I think they still would be... They'd be alive if we had attacked them with the Jinzo here. Yeah, so we would have lost this either way, I guess. So, unfortunate. But it is how it goes sometimes. So, yeah, I'll give the GGs. GGs. And on to the next one. So, I definitely misplayed that game 1. I think we could have definitely won that game 1. Game 2, I probably also misplayed, but the misplay was less obvious to me in that game 2. I think we just kind of bricked. Maybe in the siding process, we could have done some different stuff, but, yeah. Nah, I'm not Italian. I assume that's what they were asking. This I'm just fine passing. I'm fine passing on that. We've got a big we got a big plays to do next turn. We got Trunade to send back all their back row. We've got Reasoning. We've got Meta. Yeah, and they're gonna attack in for 18. I'm glad that I didn't go for the big Reasoning plays beforehand. I think so. Well, they're sending 3. Okay. This is a little bit awkward, but I am gonna just Trunade. See what we hit here. They probably have a Solemn in the back row if they're setting 3, right? Yeah, they do indeed have a Solemn in the back row. So that's going to complicate things a little for us. But I'm going to go for Reasoning here. See what we get. 6. Yeah, so they want to shut off traps. And we get a Demock. So we get rewarded for that. Yeah, so we're going to add back that Trunade. Go for the Trunade here. Okay, they've got booked for the Demock. That's fine. I'm just going to check because... Okay, Gatling's a level 8, so we can do Gatling. We can do Gatling stuff, and that's very good. I want to go for Reasoning first, though. Yeah, Reasoning first. Let's see what we get. Yeah, they're going to call 6 again in case it's Jinzo or something. And we hit a 4. Okay, that's good. It gives us Crane. Let's draw there. Okay. So now I want to go for Meta on the Demock for a Gatling Dragon. And now what I can do is a bit of a thinker here. But I think what I want to do, because if I don't necessarily want to call. Yeah, oh no, it's fine if I do this. So I'm gonna declare this. Toss coins, because if I pop things, if I pop more than just the Kaiku, then I can do like chaos plays. But if I pop just the Kaiku, then that's also fine. Okay, so it's just 1. So I'm going to destroy the Kaiku. That's the best possible scenario. Yeah, and that's just the end of the game. I'm just on board there. But what I could have done also is I had Reincarnation to bring back the Demock. I could attribute it off the board to bring that out and then done some more nasty plays. But yeah, so that's sort of showing what the deck can do at its best, I think. What do I want to bring in here for siding? I honestly don't know. Again, this is like where I definitely suffer the most personally. We saw that they were on Solemns, so I could bring in the Decrees, but honestly, I think I'm fine with this as is. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and we're going to dive into this game here. That is a killer opening. Wow, this hand is insane. This hand is really, really good. Yeah, this hand is cracked. They're going to go for a set 2. I'm going to see if they've got Dust Shoot. Looks like they do not. So I'm going to start with Trunade. Just, you know, we've got it, so might as well fire it. And that will indeed go through there, so I feel very good about that. Let's just go for a Reasoning off the bat before going for Charity. I think that makes sense. So yeah, Reasoning. Let's see what they call. We'll call 8. I think that is smart. But we've got the pre-mat there either way. So we hit a 6. So we got Jinzo in rotation here. Now that I know that, I think I'm going to go for an upstart. Draw a card here. We got Gate, so that's really good as well. I am fine going for Charity here. I think Charity is... well... So we haven't normal summoned. I'm going to go for Gate. I'm going to go for Gate. Because we can bring back the Jinzo if we need it. Okay, we hit a Crane. So I am kind of glad I went for the Gate there. So we hit a Crane, we draw. We draw into Jar of Greed, which is not really that helpful for us here. So we're going to go for Charity, draw 3, 2, 3. And now we pitch 2. So I'm going to pitch this. I'm trying to go for lethal here, but I'm going to pitch the Trunade because we got call to bring back Jinzo in a worst case scenario. So I'm going to go for Reasoning here. And let's see what they call. Probably 8. Yep, they are indeed going to call 8 again. And that makes sense. And we hit. Okay, we got the BLS Engrave in case we want to go light and dark. But man, we're going through a lot of our deck here. Okay, we hit another Crane. That's very good. We have not normal summoned yet. We have a Chaos Sork. So we could potentially go banish Jinzo, banish Sork. But what I kind of want to do, we don't have Re-Ink. So, this is a bit awkward. I don't think we can kill this turn. We might just want to actually attack in and then go for Chaos Sork in main 2. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack in. Yeah. Let's go to battle, see what we hit, and then we can do our big plays later. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Again, I kind of just want to save it for the Crane Engrave, so I'm just going to set call and pass. I feel like setting call and passing is pretty good here. If they go for a big Reaper play, we can call back the... Okay, I'm going to call back the Jinzo. Yeah, no MST there. So Jinzo sticks on field, and this makes things a little bit more awkward for them. They're going to book down the Jinzo, that's fine. They're going to go for Kaiku here. That's going to be a bit annoying. Okay, they're hitting over the Jinzo. We are perfectly fine with that. And they're going to set one pass. Okay. We draw another Crane. We don't necessarily want to be in that spot. But what we can do here is we can go for pay 8, feel great on the Jinzo. And see if that's fine. Okay, looks like that will be fine. So I'm just going to move this here. And now let's go for attacking in to the Kaiku. If it's Mirror... Well, it can't be Mirror Force, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, they're going to take 6 from that. Main 2, I could keep the Crane... I'm just going to keep the Crane in hand, switch these to defense, and pass back. I think that's fine. I don't necessarily want to go for Dim Fuse yet, because again, I want the Crane Engrave. So they're going to tribute that Crane... Okay, it looks like they misclicked there. So, they're going to go for Graceful. That is fine. They do have ways to out this board annoyingly, which would be kind of rough, but I still feel like we're in a good enough spot. Okay, they've got the Breaker, so that will deal with that. Yeah. But again, that's fine. And I get a Crane Engrave here, so now I've got access to... Oh, and the Demok on top of it. Oh, that's so good. I'm going to banish, and bring out this Demok, or the Chaos Sork in defense. No prio. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm going to go for the Dim Fuse. See if that's okay. It will indeed be okay. So we get out the Jinzo and the Crane. Crane gets a draw here, so we draw for that. Now let's see what's engraved. Do we have a way to deal with this entirely? We probably should. I could also just go for the Charity. So I'm going to declare, banish that. And then I'm going to tribute for Demok. And let's go for a... We could go for Gate. I don't really feel like that's good. I'm going to go for Charity instead. Let's go for Charity. Charity here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we were going to win that one. So let's see, like, draw 3. Yeah, we drew Vortex. We drew Mantra Reincarnation as well. So what we could do is we could Vortex, and then we could re-ink back the BLS skill for that. And that would definitely be game. So, yeah. Okay, so we managed to win that one. Let's dive into a third one. Just try and get 3 matches here. See how we do. And hopefully we can redeem ourselves for that first match. So let's do good luck, have fun. And let's dive in to Raw. Oh, man. Damn. So we are going second, but again, you know, this deck didn't mind going second because it can pull off an OTK, and we saw that in the last match there. And we do have the heavy, we've got the Trunade. Unfortunately, we don't really have much else, so that's kind of rough. They are going to go for set 3, set 4, okay, wow. Okay, for Blade Knight, that makes sense. I mean, we do have this heavy, so we can just fire the heavy. We could also try and just fire the Trunade, bait out like a Solemn. I kind of like going for Trunade, baiting out Solemn, Because I feel like you don't do this unless you have, like, Solemn or something, right? So we're going to go for Trunade here. Threaten a big play. They're probably going to Solemn that. And then we can heavy the... Oh, no! That went through! No! Oh, damn. Okay, so... I mean, that is kind of nice, because it's good to know that they do not have anything, right? Like, they don't have Solemns or anything like that. So, that is good to know. We can go for the goat here. Go for 4. But, yeah, we kind of got a bit baited. It's kind of rough. Yeah, and they're going to go for the Blade Knight into one of these tokens. That's fine. It clears up a zone. And let's draw. Okay, I mean, I kind of just want to heavy that back row. It's just too much value, right? So I'm just going to go heavy. I know we're not going for a big push here, but I don't want them to, like, draw into a Solemn. They did have the Solemn! Oh my goodness, they had the Solemn and they just let it go through. Wow, okay. That was, okay, that was a bold play from them. That was a very bold play from them. Damn, I mean, maybe they had the read that we had Trunade heavy, but... That is wild. Or maybe they drew Solemn for turn. That's a possibility as well. But, like, man, that's wild. Okay. I'm fine saving the Vortex. I don't really feel like we need the Vortex right now. We can save it for a better play. They're gonna bring out another Blade Knight. Yeah, and here's where I'm fine, like, using the Vortex, right? Clears 2. So I'm gonna use that. Okay, and we've got Call as well to bring back, like, this Democ. So I'm gonna do this, pitch for cost. And see if that goes through. They might have another... Okay, they don't. Okay. They've used up MST already. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the call pass. If they've got, like, Dust Tornado for that, that's okay. They're going to go for Pre-Mat here. That is fine. Yep, that is fine. I'll take the 2K. And then at the end of the turn, I think we want to go for... Call here, target the Democ. Yeah, lag is unfortunate. We want to do this in case they set, like, a Dust Tornado. So call on the Democ. And attack. Not good. Okay, we're going to declare. We're going to add back a heavy. Because we've got Dim Fuse to bring back the Democ afterwards. So we draw another Chaos Monster. Oh my goodness. But let's go for heavy. See what they've got. Okay. Okay, so it was indeed the Dust Tornado. So I'm very glad we went for the heavy there. Now, do we have a way to win? I don't think we do right now. I think getting in for... however many we get in for is good enough, though. So I'm just going to go for the Dim Fuse, pay 2, bring out this Democ here. And then I'm going to go for the Democ. And I could go... there are a couple of different options. I think I want to go for the Goat, just to be defensive, because we are getting pretty low. They're going to be pretty low as well. I could have gone for another Dim Fuse to just sort of be able to bring back the Democ again. But I just like going for... the Goat just to be a little bit more defensive. So they're going to set one pass. We draw another Dim Fuse, so you know that is an option for later. We're just going to attack in, and that will get banished. So we're in a good spot here. If they draw, like, Snatch Steal or Brain Con, we've got the Goat. So this should be fine. I'm fine upstarting here to just draw into a way to kill them. Because we don't really have that right now. Accidentally clicked on Declare. But yeah, let's just attack into that set again. You know, Moth, that's fine. They can get back. What are they getting back here? They get a lot of potential options. Heavy MST and Pre-Mat. I mean, those aren't the best. They can't... well, they could use Pre-Mat here, but... yeah, sure. MST is fine. I'm just going to set the Goat again. Pass back to them. I don't necessarily... if they, like, blind MST... or not... wouldn't be blind MST, but if they MST a Goat... like, I don't necessarily want to... oh, Pot is going to be really good here. So let's go for Pot. See if that goes through. That will indeed go through, so let's draw 2. Okay, we drew Crane plus Reasoning. I'm going to go for a Reasoning here. If we hit a Jinzo, then that wraps up the game pretty well. They're going to go for 6, so they also know that the Jinzo will wrap up the game here. So let's see what we hit. We hit a Crane. That's pretty good, too. So we bring out the Crane. We go for the draw. And remat is not going to be the best here. But I am just fine attacking in with this, because if they've got Mirror Force, like, it doesn't really pay to summon out another monster. But, okay, they've got Call. Call is fine. Okay, yeah, so we just attack in with the Demok. Banish that. That deals 8. And we still get to attack him with the Crane, because replay rules work that way here. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty good for us there. Pretty good showing for the deck. Now, they are in a Warrior deck, so I'm not really sure what we sided in against Warriors. Again, I don't really know siding for this deck as much. I honestly felt fine with the way the deck performed there. We could side in Decree, maybe. Decree would be good against that, because we did see that they were playing a bunch of traps, but yeah, I think this is honestly fine. Yeah. But yeah, big plays that last game. That was a really, really good game as well. I think that was very interesting, both on my part and my opponent's part. I think we both played very interestingly, but we kind of hard bricked with the deck, but like we were still able to pull out victory there. And it shows that even when you brick, you have potential lines to make things happen and put a lot of pressure on your opponent. But yeah, we did waste a True Nade early, so maybe in the future I should change that. But maybe I should have saved it for when I was actually going for a big play. But as you saw from those draws, we weren't necessarily going for a big play anytime soon based on the hand. So this is a really good hand, by the way. Because we've got Reink to dump Demok and Grave. We got Call to bring it back. So I feel like this is a really good hand. That Draceful is going to help out their hand a lot too, though. So good to know about. We got Jar as well to draw deeper into our deck. So I'm going to pitch a Judgment here and an Exiled Force. So to me, that says they might have another Judgment in hand, especially because they're setting a bunch here, it looks like. But I still think we're in a good spot. Okay, they're going to go for Wang Hu here. That is fine. Wang Hu is nothing in our deck except for Goat. So that's unfortunate. They get to send back the Demok. But that's ultimately fine. We can draw a bit deeper into the deck here. And we got to wait for them to stop playing in the hand. Okay, shuffle, shuffle. Let's go for an upstart here. Let's see if that goes through. It will indeed go through. So we draw Goat, which is, you know, the flaw to Wang Hu being here for sure. I'm just going to set a True Nade Jar. This might seem weird, but I want to save the Call for later. I feel like Call's too important to let it die to like an MST or a Heavy or something in the back row there. So, and of course the Goat is going to be useless here. So yeah, they're going to go for a Jar, and they will be able to... Okay, that's fine. So we take 3,200 here, which is annoying. We're dropping down pretty low. But we should be still in a relatively okay spot. As long as we draw any of our other monsters, we should be good, I think. But the DD Warblade is kind of annoying because we can't get a monster in Grave necessarily. So Charity's going to be good. Charity's going to be really good, actually. Let's go for Jar, see if that goes through. I didn't want to Jar in the end phase last turn, just in case they had some weird stuff for that. But Charity here as well. I will go through 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's pitch this Demok for sure. Pitching Demok, and let's pitch Goat, because Goat is not going to help us here in the face of that Wang Hu. Let's go for a Pod here as well. That's going to be okay by them. We draw another Goat here. That's going to be a bit unfortunate. I still think we're in a good spot, though, relatively. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set... I could go for True Nade here, just in case they have something to do in the end phase, but I'm fine to... Yeah, I'll go for True Nade here. Good, we got another True Nade in hand, so we don't need to hold this one. So yeah, let's go for set, pass. So if they've got MST, that's rough, but like, I think we're still fine. Yeah, I think we're fine here. The one thing that'd be annoying is if they bring in another monster. Is this fine? Do we want to take this damage? This is 3,200. They get in for 1,700 here either way. I think I am going to just go for call here. Target the DMOC. They do have the MST for that, so that wouldn't have made a difference there. So I will be taking this 3,200, no matter what. But that is still okay. I mean, our dim fuse is offline, but we can pitch it to re-ink, so that's something. And they've got a sets there. We'll draw. Vortex is going to be really good here. Vortex really good. Yeah, I think we just have to go Vortex, right? Nothing we can really do besides that. So let's pitch this dim fuse and Vortex their board, and then pass back to them. Now, the issue is if they've got another Wang Hu and they summon that out, then we're in a bad spot. But I feel like, yep, that's fine. We got to go for this now, unfortunately, because they will be able to clear it in main 2, but we're dead here if that goes through. So, yeah. And now they pitch, get rid of all of these. Yeah, so it's not the best spot for us for sure. Sork is not going to do anything here because we don't have anything engraved to do it with. So that's just going to be the end of that game there. So Wang Hu put in a lot of work. We needed those goats online, unfortunately, and Wang Hu stopped that from going through. Now, let's think here. I mean, I guess we could have played that differently. We could have potentially waited for the end phase to bring back the DMOC with call, but they could have just had MST in hand there to use it. So, yeah, I think it was worth going for the call there, but I don't know. But seeing that they're on Wang Hu, what do I want to put in here? Ring, maybe? Ring could be good. Books could be good. The goats are just so good here, so I don't want to get rid of those. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how to side with this deck, so I'm just gonna go in, no siding. We are going first here as well, so I guess I could side out like no, but like I was gonna say I could side out like one of the goats. We could side out a meta maybe, but meta's really good for Fusilier, so like I want that in. But I don't know. It's a bit tricky. And there's a meta. So that is not bad. That's not bad at all. I honestly just want to keep all this. Like, honestly. I guess maybe the reasoning, but no, I'll just pass. I'm just passing here. They can't kill me this turn. I've got Crane, I've got reasoning, I got good stuff. So yeah, they're gonna bring out the Wang Hu. That is perfectly fine. Take the 17. They're gonna set a bunch and pass. I mean, the annoying thing is if they've still got dust shoots, but let's see. Standby phase is going to be fine on their part. I think I go for reasoning now and then go for the Trunade later. Yeah, I mean, there are worlds in which I go... yeah, there's no world in which I don't reasoning first, I think. Oh, they're going to judgment that. Okay. That is fine. Now, what I could do is I could go set Crane meta into Darkfire Dragon. I could also go... Because Darkfire Dragon is level 4, 1,500. There might be level 4s less than 1,500 that are dark as well, in which case that would be the best move to do, because then we go BLS, hit over the Wang Hu, but I can't think of any level 4s that are dark that are less than 1,400 less, right? If I had a better knowledge of the fusion deck, then that could potentially be a thing, but yeah. As is. Do I set the Crane? I'm fine setting the Crane here, I think. They're not going to bring in knock against this deck. So I'm just going to set the Crane. This is a bit awkward in case we draw a Monster Gate, but we do have Reincarnation for the Monster Gate, so I feel like this is fine. And they're going to hit into that. It's just a Crane there. And they're going to pass back to us. We draw another reasoning here. That Swords is at 2. I feel like we could just go reasoning now. I mean, do they have another... Okay, I think we're in a good enough spot to set up Light and Dark and Grave that I'm fine Trunating first, in case they've got another Solemn. So let's see if they do have another Solemn here. If they don't, I feel like... Okay, yeah, we're in a really good spot here now. I'm fine going for reasoning. Seeing what they call... Yeah, they do know about the light engrave, so this way if we get a dark engrave, then we're feeling good for our BLS. They're going to call 6, which I think is a respectable pick, but we hit a Crane, so we get to bring out Crane. Let's bring out an attack, and let's go for the draw here. We draw Brain Con. That's going to be really good. What we can do is we can Brain Con the King Tiger and bring out a Democ. I like that a lot. What are we getting back from Grave here, though? Potentially a... potentially a Reasoning? I think I still go for the Brain Con here. I mean, I think I still do this play no matter what, right? And then I attribute these to... I could go for Gatling. Gatling isn't terrible. Yeah, let's go for this. And let's actually get a... So if we go for Gatling, then we can gate it away, go for BLS. So I kind of like getting gate. I want to get gate. I could also just Monster Reincarnation, pitch the meta, go for the Crane, get the gate next turn. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I think the Gatling play is a bit too greedy. Because, or is it too greedy? I don't think it's too greedy, actually. Because we're getting another monster guaranteed off this. And we also get 3k. So yeah, let's do this. Banish that. Bring out a Gatling here. And let's get fire in, right? Yeah. So if we only get 1 on this, then we just win the game. Okay, that's 1. Okay, that's exactly 1. So we do just win the game here. Yeah. Because now what we do is we gate, tribute this, and we do have BLS as more follow-up. Now, if they've got Karibo, then that's bad for us, but Crane is perfectly fine. That is one of the ways we win. So yeah, now let's go for banishing a light and a dark, and we'll bring out this BLS. So yeah, and that should be the end of the game. If it's not, then we can upstart to draw into something else. But yeah, that should be the end of the game there. Gatling. Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky on Gatling. But, you know, that does happen sometimes. I mean, I had this upstart here. I had Reink, so there are ways that I could have potentially been fine there. Yeah, let's, do I get one more? I'm going to get one more. I'm going to get one more because I just love this deck so much. I think it's really fun. Of course, if no one pops up into the dueling pool in like a second or two, then I'll just call it there. But I really do like this deck a lot. I think it's really, really fun to play. And so I just like getting games with it. And if I can put those games in a video, then all the better. But I look forward to hearing what y'all think about this video, what y'all think about the deck and the plays that I made. I definitely misplayed at a couple places in these games. And I feel like this is a perfect deck for like people to watch the videos and then dive into the comments and say like all the places where I did misplay, because there definitely are a lot of them. I don't play GOAT that often. But you know, I think it's a fun sort of thing for both you and me to play and watch, and it'll just improve us all, hopefully. But we are going first in this game here. So again, you know, the deck going first, it generally is fine. I'm not really sure if there's anything. Ooh, this hand is kind of good. I like this hand a lot. I kind of just want to normal summon Crane pass. Is that bad? Not bad if I normal summon Crane. I don't want to get it knocked. So I'm just going to normal summon Crane and pass. I mean, this could get punished. There are some things that can punish it. Like if they go like Brain Con or Snatch and then into like a Monarch, like Destelos or something, that could punish it. This could get banished if they got Chaos set up turn 1. But either way, I feel like this is a good spot to be in. The Crane gets set up for like going to the grave potentially, and then it could fuel our Chaos plays later. We've got Brain Con plus Monster Gate. Okay, that's just going to go through there. Do I want to Charity before I gate? I don't think so. I just want to gate first, see what we get later. So I'm going to gate here. I'm going to tribute that. Let's go for some plays. See what we get. We're milling a lot of stuff here. A lot of good stuff, too. So if we get a Demock, that is ideal. But Jinzo is also not bad. So we go for Jinzo here. We get the Jinsmeister. I could have gone for Reasoning before the Jinzo, I guess. That might have been the better move. Yeah, it might have been the better move. Maybe I should... I'll go for Reasoning now. Yeah, I'll go for Reasoning now. I definitely misordered this. I should have gone Reasoning first, then Jinzo, because it's less information for them. Because, yeah, now they just call 8. I mean, if we hit a Crane, that's really good. But if we do hit the Demock, that is unfortunate. But it is what it is, and Premat is in Grave, so we can't do anything with that. Man, we're just drawing our entire deck here. We do hit the Crane, though. So Crane will be able to get us a draw. We draw another Reasoning. We do not want a Reasoning now, I don't think, right? I think we just want to draw into the Demock. So I'm going to go for the Charity here, draw 3. We draw Sork and BLS. That's really good. We do have a light and a dark in Grave there. So we could pitch the... Okay, we've got triple Dim Fuse in Grave as well, so I don't necessarily want to go for that. But what I do want to do is I do want to pitch... I'm good with pitching Upstart Reasoning, honestly. I feel like that's decent. And now what we can do is we can go... banish, and let's bring out this BLS. It doesn't really matter in defense or attack, I don't think, here, so let's bring it out in defense. Let's banish this. And that's going to be that. And then what we could do is we could go for Tribute over BLS, Tribute over Crane, and go for the Fusilier. So that would be 28 plus 24 is 52 plus... So we could get them down to 7,500. I feel like that's a very good play. So I think I might go for it. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to... Let's banish the Crane instead of the BLS. Call the Haunted is in Grave, so it's fine. And yeah, this isn't quite lethal. Okay, or they're just going to call it there. That works too. But yeah, so that shows how cool the combos in this deck can be. I definitely did misplay there. I should have gone Reasoning and then Gate, but it worked out for us in the end, luckily. We don't really know what they're playing at all, so let's just go into game 2 as is, you know. All we saw was a Moth out of them, which, you know, is fair. This hand is also not bad. We got Vortex to fuel our graveyard. We got Goat to wall up a bit. Of course, they could be on the Wangu tech as well. Looks like they're just going to set one pass. We got Reasoning, though. That's really good. Kind of just want to... Let's just shotgun the Reasoning, see what they do. Probably going to call 8. Okay, they are going to call 4, given that that is the most common outcome in our deck, and that will indeed hit there. We can't go for Vortex on this board because they don't have a face-up monster, so we're just going to set Goat pass. We got Vortex for later, though. That sets up the Light and Dark and Grave. If they go for Kaiku, then honestly, that's perfect for us because, again, we got Vortex to set that up. Ooh, Mecha Dog Marin. Okay, that is interesting. Yeah. This is perfectly fine. They're going to get in for 2,700. That is fine by me. And they are going to set one and pass. Okay, so that is a-okay. I gotta think about exactly how to do this because there is a move. So I could Vortex, pitch Jinzo, bring out Sork. That is a move I could do, realistically. I could also go for pitch Sork, go for BLS, tribute over for Jinzo. That is something as well. I'm just going to pitch the Jinzo, I think. I think pitching Jinzo is the best option here. So I do that. Now I've got Light and Dark and Grave, so let's banish. Is that just by card effect? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. But anyways, I'm gonna banish. Yeah, I got so caught up in the play itself that I didn't. Yeah, okay. Let's attack in for 23. That will indeed go through, and we'll just pass back to them. Yeah, Sure Priest makes things complicated with the goat engrave there, but it is what it is. They're going to think about exactly what to do here, so they probably do have some option. I mean, Marin is a light, so they could be setting up their own chaos plays here, potentially. You should have gone for BLS, because BLS can banish sets. So, okay, it looks like they're going to go for a vortex of their own. That's fine. Yeah, they are going to go for the priest. So we take 17 from that. Yeah, I am just going to fire this goat in the end phase. So this way, if we draw like Monster Gate or something that's online, we've also got another goat for later. So Snatch is not going to be the best here, because they're just going to keep bringing out their Assure Priest. So I'm just going to set that goat pass back to them and see what they do. Yeah, this is an awkward spot to be in for sure. The priests make things weird. Checking their grave as well, because they do have a Light and Dark engrave. Yep, that's fine. So this can clear our entire board of goats. And then again, in the... Yeah, I'm going to go for another goat here, just in case we draw into something like Gate. Yeah. And that priest goes back to hand. Oh, I mean, I'll just start turn, but that priest is back in hand there. Yeah, that's not good. NP. I almost said not my problem, as opposed to no problem. But yeah, let's just set the Snatch, pass back to them. I think I didn't shuffle my hand upon drawing there, so that is kind of a bit awkward, because they do know that we had this card in hand before, but they could just have the read that we're on like triple goat here. So, but yeah, that's going to clear all of our tokens there. Yeah, we're in a rough spot for sure. Premat is not, well, Premat can help a little bit. I think we have to Premat here. I think that's our only option. So, Premat, pay 8, feel great. That will indeed go through. So we get to bring out this guy. And, I mean, let's just... We could Trunade now, just to get our Premat back. That's an option. Let's Trunade now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's awkward, but if they do have a way to clear the Sork, then, you know, it's good for that. But they might just have like a BLS or something, or they could have another Sork of their own, and then they banish our Sork, bring out a Sure Priest, attack in. But then if that's the case, we can snatch their Sork, so that's something at least. We probably should set the Premat as a bluff here instead of the Snatch, because if they do have a way to pop our set, we want the Snatch online as opposed to the Premat, because, again, if they just attack him with the Sure Priest, then we won't have the life points to pay for it. So, yeah, I think we messed up in our bluff there. Yeah, because we really want the Snatch online. That Premat's going to be potentially dead for us here, so not the best. Not ideal. They're going to bring out Fusilier. That is fine. It's a 1400 attacker. They're going to meta into a level 7. Maybe Dragoon. Okay, they're going to go for Last Warrior. That is fine. And we take 50 from this. Then we can snatch it and get in for 2350 a turn, I guess. So that's something. But then they're gaining life from that too. So kind of awkward there. But yeah, let's just snatch that monster. And let's attack in. It's not ideal, but I mean, it is what it is. We can still set under Last Warrior. They can still set under Last Warrior as well, so they could just keep gaining 1,000 here, which is very annoying for us, but we do have potential tribute monsters to set over this, right? Like we'd set a Demok over this, potentially. So that is an option, potentially. Also, they've got to gain 1,000. Yeah, there they go. It's definitely a weird spot to be in. Maybe I misplayed by just setting the Fusilier, but like I figured they went for this play. I don't know. It's a bit weird for sure. But anyways, let's just keep going. Let's keep hitting in. See what they've got. They've got Moth. Moth gets back, potentially Vortex or something, which would be annoying for us. Could also get back Meta, which wouldn't be the worst for us. Either way, I'm fine with that. Okay, yeah, they are going to get back Meta. Meta they can't summon anything with, so like, that's a bit weird for them. But they are in a good spot. They just keep gaining 1,000 every turn here until we have a way to do something here. So, I'm just going to give them that 1,000 as well. So yeah, could come up. They're checking their grave. They can't summon anything under Last Warrior. They can't do meta under Last Warrior either. But the fact that they got back meta tells me that they probably have some way to do something here to interact with Last Warrior. Bit of a tough spot. I mean, they're not really pressured to do anything here, right? Because they're gaining 1,000 every turn. We can't kill them yet. So, like, this is fine, honestly, for them. Yeah, they're just going to set another pass back to us. I think that makes a lot of sense here. I mean, let's just attack in, right? Nothing else we can really do. Yeah, they draw a card here, but they're just sort of like waiting until they draw like a Brain Con or a Snatch or some way to deal with the Warrior. So, yeah, we're just trying to draw into like Demock or something that can do something here, but yeah, I think honestly we've played this fine. It's just we're in an awkward spot because of the Warrior. But there were potentially other things we could have done. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I could have also saved the Fusilier in hand as like a monster to tribute here as well. But, I mean, let's just go to battle, hit over that set. I mean, just keep doing it, rinse and repeat. They get a search off that. They could get back another Moth potentially. I mean, it's pretty rough for us here. Sook, you can't summon Sook, but they can set it, and then we attack into it, but then that opens up our options. So honestly, I am perfectly fine with that. And if this card is special summon, destroy all other monsters you control. So I am perfectly fine with this outcome here. If they set Sook, that is great because then we keep the Warrior as well. I believe they didn't gain from that, so let's have them gain that. But yeah, this is a ideal outcome for us if it does work out this way. So let's just attack into the set. If it is Sook, I feel very good about that. Okay, they draw. I mean that's still fine. And then main two. I mean, let's pass back to them. They're sort of just in a spot where like, they need to draw an out to this. If they draw an out to it, then they win. If they don't, then I mean they're still in a good spot. They're still gaining 1,000 every turn. I believe that they still need to gain another 1,000 here because they didn't gain this turn yet. And again, this does matter because this deck can put out a lot of damage real quick. So, yeah, but the Last Warrior is complicating things a lot for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky spot for them because they need to decide like, do I go for something here to get rid of the Last Warrior? Do I do something else? Like, do I set the Sook, right? Just, I would say no, don't set the Sook, but depending on what they have, it might be the right option. Yeah, if they do set Sook, then it puts us in a really good spot. You're going to go for the end phase here. Do they have something in end? Oh, they got a pitch. Yeah, they got a pitch for end size. Okay, I mean, let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Attack into the set. Is it Sook? It is Reflect Bounder. Okay, that is fine. I mean, let's just pass again. And they got to keep gaining. Again, I don't mean to, like, I generally don't. I'm generally not obnoxious where it's like, oh, you know, declare, right? But, like, you know, it is important. Again, it is important because there are worlds where we draw our way to out this Last Warrior that we have here. And so it could very well come up. And there is, speaking of ways to do that, I mean, there's a way to out our monster. If we draw another monster here, like a Crane or a Fusilier, then we are in a really good spot there. So let's attack over their set. It is an X-Head Can, so we're getting more information about their deck. Seems like they're on a bit of a spicy machine deck here, light machine. And they have the Mechadoc Marin. They've got a ton of interesting stuff here. And so that's cool to see, for sure. And they definitely do have an out to this thing in their deck. Like, MST would do it, right? Okay, they're just going to set one path. I mean, pot is going to be pretty good for us as well. Let's go for the pot here. Will that go through? They will allow that. Okay. Meta is something that we can't use right now, I believe. I don't think we can use meta right now. What do we want to pitch for hand size here? Potentially. I mean, let's go to battle first. See what they've got. Okay, it's a Fusilier. I'm okay setting Storm. I don't think I set another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go to end phase. And let's send the reasoning. Because they've probably got pretty good ideas of what's engraved. I don't want to send the BLS as well because, like, BLS obviously is light, so again, they gotta get it. They even stop at the standby too. So like, yeah, we don't need another dim fuse, so that's what we'll pitch this turn if we have to. Let's attack into that set. Is it the Sook finally? Are they gonna do something with that? If it is the Sook, I feel really good about that. Yeah, let's go. Okay. This, now in main 2, we got to think hard about this. Big think. So that's a 7. Could go into Dragoon. Dragoon wouldn't be bad. We could also just flip up the Warrior, see what happens. Right? We could... I mean, there are a bunch of different things we could do. Oh, we can't flip up the Warrior, but we could go into our own Warrior. I don't hate that, because it has been stymieing them for a while here. Yeah, I'm just very scared of, because if they went for the Sook here, they've got something. So I'm gonna tribute that. I'm gonna go for a last Warrior of our own, because why not? I could have gone like call on the Sork first. I guess I could have done that. That might have been the better play. But it is, yeah, I should have done call on Sork. Yeah, there wasn't really a reason not to do call on Sork. No, oh, this would destroy it. Okay, oh, they're just admitting defeat. Okay. So it seems like they didn't really have an out to the Warrior, and they were lower in deck. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because if I had gone call on Sork, then it would have been destroyed, so it wouldn't have mattered there. But, yeah. What was our next draw? Yeah, we're not drawing into anything really here, but, like, just sitting on the Warrior is very strong. I guess they're not playing, like, Snatch, or they figured that we had a out to Snatch. So, no. Or they just didn't want to play the rest of it. But either way, very, very good stuff. I mean, the last game was a bit, different than our normal games that we get with this deck. But still very cool. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. And hopefully you enjoyed the deck. I think it's a really, really cool deck. I mean, again, credit to Zogler for actually making the deck and piloting it to a topping finish in a previous GOAT tournament. I think it's really fun, and I really enjoy Reading Gate Turbo, and also I really enjoy Goat. I think it's a really fun format, really good format, so I definitely encourage you to play it. Just because I'm not spending a lot of time in it doesn't mean that it's not good, because it definitely is very good. But after this video, we're going to be diving into the next format, which is Cyber format, so if you want to see those videos, definitely subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. It is the last day of the month as of recording, and we're so close to 1,300, so I'd really like to reach that point, and then next month I'd really like to reach 1,400 or even 1,500. I believe we could do it based on our current rate of growth, so subscribing would definitely help with that. Also, if you want to support me directly, you can sign up to my Patreon, link in the description down below. Great place to support me directly. And if you do sign up to that, you will be shouted out in these videos. So big shout outs to Tyler Compton, June YFS, Dump Truck, Pork Chop Coon, Brendan Donker, and Rincewind. It really means a lot that you all support me this way, and it motivates me to make more videos like this. But I hope you enjoyed this video as always. And until next time, I've been Ben from YGO from Zero, and I'm signing off.